In today's episode, we're trading the pretty streets of Perth City for the beauty of its hills.
It's a bit windy in Perth.
Join us as we set up camp at a comfortable caravan park nestled at the foot of the much-loved Perth Hills, eager to explore the surrounding national parks and reserves. But brace yourself, Perth is throwing us a curveball with some seriously wild weather. We're in for a real show of high winds and heavy rain. When the clouds clear, we make a dash to Rottnest Island to experience Quokka-mania, and we'll also be exploring the charming attractions of Fremantle. So grab your raincoats and let's dive into exploring Perth's hillscapes, quirky wildlife and a dash of nostalgia. It's straight up to Gooseberry Hill National Park to get a sense of our larger surroundings. We're kicking things off with the iconic zigzag scenic drive. The pathway is a shared zone for walkers and cyclists, making it a perfect spot to soak up the natural beauty of the Perth Hills. In winter and spring, the wildflowers create a stunning natural display showcasing WA's floral diversity. Fun fact, the zigzag used to be part of a railway system where trains would reverse direction to tackle the steep 1 in 30 grade of the Darling Range. That would have been fascinating to watch, right? Even though the locomotives are long gone, this one-way drive is open to motor vehicles from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m.
We're at John Forrest National Park and it is very wet. And these little birds are opportunists. These are Australian ringnecks.
But we might have picked a bit of a miserable day to visit. It's pouring rain, and guess what? Ron decided to stay in the cosy car, avoiding a soaking. So here I am, braving the elements with just my umbrella.
Engineering heritage marker. Ooh. Wow. When I was a kid, I would have loved this place. There are these cute little picnic huts at John Forrest. They're so sweet. You can sit in there quietly in the shade. Lots of frog noises today.
Even with the rain, I can still catch glimpses of the park's natural beauty. Look at those wildflowers. They're still blooming, looking stunning despite their rainwater coats. But honestly, the rain is a bit much, isn't it? I think we might need to call it a day. So we're heading back to our van park for a cosy afternoon in front of TV. John Forrest National Park will have to wait for another day. The weather gods vote in our favour, giving us a day's break in the weather. This is our cue to make a mad dash to Fremantle to explore its historic sites. Starting at the ferry dock, we walk to the Maritime Museum for a visit. The wind is almost beating us as we climb the stairs to the roundhouse and then wander down to the Shipwreck Museum. If there is one topic that holds our attention as we have travelled from the Kimberleys to Perth, it would be the maritime history of this state, and particularly her shipwrecks that are scattered all along the coast. These shipwrecks tell tales of adventure, tragedy and survival, and they all come together beautifully at the Southern Hemisphere's foremost maritime archaeology museum. Here you can explore the fascinating displays and stories, including the reconstructed remains of the infamous Dutch East Indies ship, the Batavia. Wrecked in 1628 on islands 80 kilometres off the coast of Geraldton, the Batavia's story takes a dark turn. After running aground, hundreds of passengers faced a grim fate at the hands of a group of 6 sailors. This tale remains one of Australia's most macabre chapters. So in your opinion, how good was the Western Australian Shipwreck Museum?
Very, very good.
Good.
It is a beautiful museum, well worth a visit.
After soaking up the museum's rich history, we stroll through Fremantle, admiring its charming historic buildings as we make our way back to our parked cruiser. We also get a chance to visit Rottnest Island for a half-day taster. Quokka-mania, here we come. It was a comfortable and delightful ferry ride over to Rottnest Island. We didn't do much research before our visit, but we had one mission: to see the adorable quokkas. And wow, these little marsupials did not disappoint. They're absolutely charming, and it was a joy to watch them move amongst fellow visitors. What are you, the quokka whisperer or something? Coming back to second rounds, Ron. Remember, Ron,
right.
don't touch. Remember, Ron, don't touch the quokkas.
What about if they touch me?
No quokkas. To get a feel for the island's beauty, we hopped on a bus circumnavigating the island. The ocean scenery was particularly stunning. Afterward, we strolled through the town to the nearest lighthouse, soaking in the views. As our day came to an end, we couldn't help but wish we had been more prepared and had more time to explore. This trip left us eager for another visit to dive deeper into all that Rottnest Island has to offer on our next adventure in Western Australia. Who knows, We might even ride bikes instead of the bus. Oh goodness, this is very pretty.
Beautiful big rock there.
Oh wow, yes. We're leaving Perth this morning. It stopped raining for 5 minutes, which is fantastic, so hopefully we get a really good run down to wherever we're going, near Mandurah. What did you do to your nose? You hit it?
Oh.
Or was it tomato sauce? There.
Probably.
Yeah, probably tomato sauce. Anyway, you ready to rock and roll? If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. Press the like button and leave a comment.